PlayStation VR2 is upon us, and today I'm going to go over all of the recently announced launch window games that PlayStation has just announced. But before we go into that, do me a favor, hit that like button and make sure to hit subscribe so you do not miss out on any more videos like this one. Let's get started. Back when PlayStation announced the price of PSVR 2, one of the biggest complaints was the lack of announced games for the platform. Lately here, PlayStation has announced a huge chunk of launch window games coming through March 2023, basically. And I gotta say, the list is pretty impressive. It's filled with a bunch of new games and a bunch of games that were on PlayStation VR 1 but are getting enhanced for PlayStation VR 2. Some of them even with cross-buy. Some of them are free upgrades. Some of them are $10 upgrades. And I'm going to go through the list here. We've got a bunch of stuff. We've got Moss Book 1, Moss Book 2, the Star Wars game. We have The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners 1 and Chapter 2. And it was just previously announced that Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Part 1 would get a free upgrade for all existing owners of the PlayStation VR version. And that, for the first time, really includes the PlayStation Plus game. Remember, that was given away as a PlayStation Plus game, and usually those don't get the free upgrades, it's pretty surprising. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, I played on the Quest, is a very good game. It's a real game. It's not like a VR experience. You walk around, you can grab the infected by the head and stab them with knives. There's things you can pick up. It's got an actual story. It's a real VR game. And I'm expecting Chapter 2 to be even bigger and better. I know it struggled on the Quest, but with PlayStation VR 2's processing power, look for Walking Dead Saints and Sinners 2 to be one of the standout releases. One of the biggest releases that was just announced was Gran Turismo 7. And it was announced that Gran Turismo 7 is getting the full game as playable in PlayStation VR, except for split-screen multiplayer. That includes your cafes, all of your tournament races, online multiplayer can even be played in PlayStation VR. I'm pretty much thinking Gran Turismo 7 might be a system seller for PSVR 2 at this point. Up next is Supermassive Games' spiritual successor to Until Dawn Rush of Blood, and that is Switchback VR. This is one of my most anticipated games, and it was just confirmed that it's going to be pushed back about 3 weeks, so this game will launch sometime in March. But I think horror is one of VR's best genres, and this game, well, it's simple. You just ride. It looks like you ride in a mine cart, basically similar to Until Dawn. I'm expecting the horror elements to be off the chart in this game. Until Dawn was very creepy, and it was one of PlayStation VR's best games. And I'm expecting basically the same from this. It's just like an on-rails shooter with a ton of creepy horror elements. They really know how to do VR, Supermassive Games, so do not sleep on this one. This one is going to be available sometime in March, so definitely look at picking this one up. The rhythm/puzzle music genre is one of PlayStation VR's biggest genres, and there's going to be some returning hits coming to PlayStation VR 2, starting with the biggest one, Beat Saber, coming later on in the year. That was announced just recently. We have returning favorites like Thumper, Tetris Effect Connected, which is getting a $10 upgrade if you own the game already. Standout favorites Synth Riders with a free upgrade. And then probably my favorite, which is Res Infinite, is getting a $10 upgrade. This game was originally a Dreamcast game, remade for VR, and I'm going to tell you, this game is absolutely incredible. It's a very simple-looking game, but it's got some great music, and it does some crazy things with the VR headset. It's going to have eye tracking, haptic feedback in the headset. This is one of my most anticipated games to actually return to play that I loved on the original PlayStation VR. Now, fans of PlayStation VR popular shooter Firewall Zero Hour will be happy to know that Firewall Ultra is coming later this year. But a game that I'm excited about coming at launch is Pavlov VR. And it's a really popular PC VR shooter that has PvP. It's got a zombie-based co-op mode, and it's got all kinds of crazy stuff, asymmetrical modes. This looks really, really exciting. We don't have that many multiplayer shooters on PlayStation VR, but to now get another option other than Firewall is really exciting. And this is going to have crossplay with PC, so that I think that is basically a must when you're releasing a shooter on a VR platform, is to have crossplay, and so your games are always full, really. So that is that's really exciting. We'll see this come end of February. Fans of multiplayer are going to have plenty of options on PlayStation VR 2, which is extremely exciting. And last but not least is Horizon Call of the Mountain VR. This is going to be the big one. This one could be a huge system seller for PlayStation VR 2, with tons of free climbing. The bow and arrow stuff looks excellent. Getting to see all of the Robo Dinos up close, it looks awesome. Big expectations from Guerrilla and Firesprite. Let's really hope that they deliver. I love the world of Horizon, and to play this in VR is a dream come true. So this one, I have high expectations here. It looks like you can swim, climb. I mean, there looks like so much stuff you can do in this game. It's reportedly roughly 6 to 8 hours long, so it's a decent sized VR game. PlayStation is, I think they're going to hit it out of the park with this one. This one's going to turn some heads. This one better be, along with Gran Turismo 7, probably the two biggest PlayStation VR 2 games at launch. I gotta say, I was really kind of bummed with PlayStation VR 2's launch lineup a few months ago, but now it's looking really robust, and I'm getting more and more excited as the days go by. With over 30 games coming by like the end of March, there's going to be a ton of great content to play. Let me know in the comments below what games you are looking forward to the most from PlayStation VR 2. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I will see you guys later.